Birds start fluttering their wings, warming up for their morning search for food. In the distance, almost imperceptible mewing. The village is still sleeping. 145. Interior. Hut. Dawn. Sarah suddenly wakes up. A hand is on her mouth, interrupting her breathing. Zentatsu, looking worried, orders her with signs to keep quiet. Zentatsu. Follow me. 146. Exterior. In the village. Dawn. All the children are assembled outside. The mother, who was desperately looking for her daughter, is crying silently, holding tight her girl's bloodied clothes. Sarah. What is it? What's the matter? Amoa beckons to her to come nearer and whispers something in her ears. Sarah. It can't be. This is sheer madness. Mendy. I told you it wasn't impala meat. The children are stunned by this macabre piece of news. Nadia. After a long silence. Evil adults must be exterminated at all costs. Sarah. This is impossible. There must be a safe heaven somewhere for children. 147. Interior. In a large hut. Day. A little later. Mike is talking to the children, with Eva by his side. Mike. Listen. I'm starting to get fed up with you all. We've already went to 3 countries, none of which finds favor in your eyes. In the first country, you claim that children are victims of ethnic purification. In the second one, you allege that death squads are exterminating poor and homeless children. And now, you accuse the king of this country of being a cannibal. But you're still alive and well. Aren't you? This is what we're going to do. We're going home. As simple as that. Amoa. But you have promised us that if we accepted to take part in this, you would let us visit our families. Mike. You haven't fulfilled your part of the contract, so it's out of the question that I give you satisfaction. The children looks at each other, their eyes flashing with anger. 148. Exterior. Inside a minibus. Afternoon. Inside the minibus taking them to the airport, an African song is broadcast on a local radio station. Mike leaves his seat to search for an American one. Sarah and Eva exchange a disapproving look. Mike finds one American station broadcasting the news. The African landscape unfolds before passengers' eyes from both sides of the vehicle. The radio. And now our business news. Export sales by SPJ Company are reaching new records, $2 billion in 3 months. Another American company, Pizza Life, may be nominated for the first Children World Prize, recently created. There is the Nobel Prize, the Oscar Awards, and from now on there will be also the Golden Kid to reward individuals and organizations who have made contributions for the welfare of children around the world. On another register, latest sales figures by the American aircraft builder Boeing are higher than those by its rival European consortium Airbus over the same period. Mike smiles while Eva looks at him searchingly. Eva. To Mike. So that's why you're in such a hurry to put the whole project to an end now. Zentatsu nods approvingly. Mike. Don't you dare give me lessons. I won't accept any from someone who wanted to go and see Diane Fossey's house while a little girl was being slaughtered. Papito. Who's Diane Fossey? Mike. A woman who preferred gorillas to people. Eva looks away and doesn't say anything. The sight before her eyes is extraordinary, almost pristine nature. And farther away, going back to the dawn of time, the perpetual drama between predator and prey, hunter and hunted. 149. Interior. The aircraft window. Later. Eva is watching from the window the African landscape fading away under the clouds. Eva. As if talking to herself. She wasn't wrong. 150. Interior. United States. Mike's office. Day. Mike is in his office with his aides. Mike. I want it to be more grandiose than Genghis Khan's coronation ceremony. You've got carte blanche to organize a ceremony where all world political leaders will be present. And don't forget to shoot a commercial movie to be played during the ceremony. I want this to be a mega event. Am I being clear enough? They all nod in approval. 151. Exterior. Paradise Park. Afternoon. The kids are in the park, walking to the attractions. Zen Taitsu and Sarah are walking side by side. Sarah. You still don't want to tell me about your ears, Zen Taitsu. I will no tell anyone. Ever. Sarah. You don't trust me. Zen Taitsu. I don't trust anyone. Sarah. Pointing to the cobra he carries in a bag hanging at hip level. What about it? Zen Taitsu. In spite of his fangs, which are growing back, I think he's more loyal than many humans. So Sarah takes off her necklace, and puts it round his neck. He backs slightly. Zen Taitsu. What are you doing? Sarah. Now put this shell close to your ear, and tell me whether you hear something or not. Zen Taitsu puts the shell close to his ear, and nods negatively. Sarah. Maybe one day you can hear something. Then you will understand. 152. Exterior. Paradise Park. Later. In the park, the children are swinging in a big, multiple-place swing. They are talking loudly to be heard by each other. Pepito. All this comedy for nothing. Amoa. Retorting to his remark. Wasn't it you precisely who said that acts matter more than mere intentions? Sarah. Mike promised before everyone that he would let you visit your families. It's possible to sue him any American jurisdiction or even before the United Nations Commission for the Rights of the Child. Zen Taitsu. With a sarcastic smile. Sarah, do you really think that adults will give reason to children in a case opposing them to other adults? Then, turning to Pepito. You, the know-it-all, can you explain to me how adults, everywhere, manage to be united in their oppression and manipulation of children? Pepito. I think they find a justification for how they treat us and they call ideology. Zen Taitsu. Ideology? What does that mean? Pepito. It's the body of ideas that reflects their beliefs and interests. Zen Taitsu. And how could different nations have similar ideologies? Pepito. Whether they live in capitalist or socialist countries, adults think they hold the universal truth, and that everything belongs to them. Zen Taitsu. What's a socialist or capitalist system? The children keep swinging while night is falling. 153. Exterior. In the park. Later. Night. Eva, worried, walks toward the children. Eva. What's the matter, kids? You're not coming in yet? Nadia. With a loud voice. We're plotting a world revolution. Zen Taitsu. Also to Eva. We won't stop at worlds. We want also to get into action. So, leave us alone. Eva turns away, taken aback by so much aggressiveness. But a sympathetic Sarah calls her back. Sarah. Eva, wait. But Sarah's voice is lost amid the noise from the swing. 154. Interior. Eva's apartment. A little later. A furious Eva goes into her office. She walks around it and stops before the library to look at length at leather-bound books. She picks one with a picture of the French poet Rimbaud on the cover, and then puts it back with an ironic smile. She takes a sheet of paper, and starts writing. Eva. Pen and paper beckon me on, helping to dispel the mystery of happiness. But they're endlessly discussing the sex identity of elves. And although I am tempted into swinging the axe to chop down the evil, with no regard for death. Here I am, still swinging between pen and axe. Then she suddenly stops writing and tears the sheet of paper into pieces just when Kenny appears at the doorstep. Kenny. Eva. What are you doing? Eva. Who would want to read this piece of useless nonsense? Does it make any difference in the world anyway? Kenny. Picking up the torn pieces of paper. He will win if he also manages to make you doubt your own talent and your human qualities. Eva. What about yourself? Kenny. With me, he succeeded completely. But you may still have a chance. 155. Interior. In a room. Night. Amoa. Concretely, what are we going to do? Mendy. Zentatsu, you can hypnotize Mike and make him look ridiculous in front of the whole world. Papito. Yes, but our problem is not with Mike only. It's with all the adults, Zentatsu. That's true. We must change the whole rotten system. Nadia. With a husky voice. The best thing is to get rid of all grown-ups, Sarah. Nadia. That's not reasonable. We would become criminals, just like them. Mendy. War is the only way to end wars, and bring peace back. Sarah. You must be kidding. To declare war on adults. With what? This is pure folly. Papito. Even if we were to fail, we would at least have contributed to raising awareness among children of their just cause. We would lead the way, and others will rise, and succeed. Zentatsu. To Sarah. You think we are retarded. Papito. But you're not surprised to read in the papers that some whiz kids have managed to break into the Pentagon's highly secured information system. And they're only kids, like us. Nadia, pointing to Sarah with a frightening look. We could take her as a hostage. I would gladly take care of her. A surprised Sarah looks at her. Zentatsu. To Sarah. You can help us change things because you've got access to everything. Sarah. What? You're not asking me to betray my father, are you? Zentatsu. We're not asking you to do that. We just want you to tell us, when the day comes, whether you're willing to help us save the children of the world from the madness of adults. Sarah. I'm willing to fight for children, but I don't want anyone to be hurt. Mendy. Laughing. Sarah wants to change the world with flowers and roses. Zentatsu. Listen to me. Mike is holding soon a meeting where all the powerful of the world will be present. There won't be a better chance for us to do something. Sarah. You don't know anything about security checks. Zentatsu. Adults would be protected from potential dangers from outside. The least they expect is an attack from insiders, especially us. Papito. This reminds me of a story I read in one of my dumping ground books. The story of the Trojan horse. Mendy. What? What's this story about?